What up, boys, and welcome back to another Wrath of the Lich King pre-patch gold farming video. So I've made a couple of gold farming videos the last couple of days that has featured raw gold farming, and those have been super popular. And these farms have been around like ages ago. You can find YouTube videos through 10 years old that features these farms. So they're by no means new, but I still want to do them on my own, get my own results, and share it with the viewers that I have on this YouTube channel. So if this is the sort of content that you guys are interested in, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. In today's video, we've already done Ramparts, and I got a lot of feedback on Blood Furnace. And I already did Blood Furnace, like the same day as I did Ramparts, I also tested out Blood Furnace, but there's so many videos to get out there. But today's video, Blood Furnace. How good is it really? And before we go into the statistics and look at the run, I do want to say a massive thank you. The support on the complete gold guide for Wrath of the Lich King has been beyond anything that I could ever imagine. So I really do appreciate that. And for those of you that haven't picked it up yet, make sure you use the discount code SALE, because that way you will get it for only $9.90. So that's going to last only now in pre-patch, and the $9.90 code goes away when Wrath releases. So big thank you for that. And if you want it, you can check it out using the link in the description and also the pinned comments. So I do this on a protection war, and it is fairly simple. I do use the Shockweave spec rather than the Revenge spec that most people use, and I still feel like I have the dungeon fairly under control. But there's a limit to how fast I can do these runs. So what I really focused on in this video when I did the statistics on this was gold per run. Because some people will be able to do 2 runs an hour, some people will be able to do 5 runs an hour. So I figured the most realistic thing was to focus on the average gold per run. Now, there's some variables to that, because if you have enchanting and you can disenchant the items, you're going to make more gold. If you also have a tailoring toon that can take the cloth and make it into bags, you'll make even more gold, right? But if you don't have anything like that, in this video, I just made the cloth into bandages, because I feel like most people have first aid or can easily get first aid. And then I vendored the bandages, like rather than just vendoring the cloth raw as it drops. Another thing is, like, the reason why you run this dungeon is because of raw gold, right? You're getting gray items, cloth, raw gold pickups, and then you get greens and blues. So that's like the RNG elements to it, is the green items and the blues that you get from the bosses. Because you can do one run, you get 12 green items. The next run you do, you get 2 green items. And you guys will see that when we look at my spreadsheet later on. And then you have the boss items. They can drop you shitty belts that vendors for a gold and 50 silver, or they can drop you weapons that vendors for like 7 gold plus. So there is some RNG to it, but I did 8 runs to kind of get like an average gold per run on this. So depending on your gear, your class, your spec, it's really up to you, and you won't know until you go out and you try it out, right? And the only thing is, Blood Furnace, in my opinion, has the potential to provide you with more raw gold than something like Ramparts, but it does require you to play a specific class or have like a relatively decent gear to do so. Like my first runs, I absolutely hated the place compared to Ramparts, because you have these summoner mobs that I'm fighting right now that summon adds. There's a bunch of casters. The imps do a lot of damage. They don't have a lot of health, but you really got to focus on getting those guys down fast. But that's not even the toughest part, right? The toughest part is when you get into the rooms with the engineers that throw bombs at you. They're throwing dynamite. They lay down mines on the ground that deals like over 1,000 damage each mine. So you got to be careful with all of that. But once you've done a couple of runs and you've gotten into it, it's not that bad, and you'll be able to do it faster and faster. However, in my spec with my gear, I was only able to do 3 runs an hour. And this is really better than Ramparts as soon as you can do like 4 runs an hour. But can you do 4 or 5 runs an hour with this? You can definitely do 5 hours of Ramparts. But the gold per run on average is higher in Blood Furnace. It really, really is. So my spreadsheet looks like this. So that was the results of 8 runs. The first run I got 89 gold raw, second run 82, then 92, 75, highest run 99 gold in a run, 66 gold, 78, 84, adds up to a total of 665 gold, which means an average of 83 runs an hour. So if you're like me and you can only do 3 runs, you take like 20-minute to run, that's 249 gold an hour, like raw. I also got 3 blue items in my 8 runs. The blue items in my realm, I got double shoulders and I got a pair of gloves. They're only like 10 gold each, but hey, it adds up, right? And you can get better blues than this as well, and they can be at a better price than this, because on my realm, we'll look at the region prices and the region sales average. They're used to go for a lot more than this. So that could bump up the gold per hour drastically. But overall, if you can do 4 runs of this, is really good, like really good, because you'll be making like 300 gold an hour easily doing this. And for the red pallies, Giga Chat red pallies with insane gear, they can just plow through this and do 5 runs an hour. I can definitely see why this is a good gold farm, especially if you, on top of that, have enchanting and you can disenchant the items. But that was, however, the end for today's video. So as I said at the beginning of the video, if you want to watch more content like this, just make sure that you are subscribed to my YouTube channel. And don't forget to check out the complete gold guide for Wrath of the Lich King, which is linked down below. It features the best gold farms in the expansion. So by grabbing it now, you'll be prepared for whenever Wrath of the Lich King arrives. That, however, is it for today's video. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see all of you guys back in at tomorrow's video. But until then, bye-bye.